How many times has this happened to you going into a movie? You go in, you've got your popcorn or your candy, you got your drink, you find your perfect seat, and you're waiting for it to start. Maybe you wait half an hour depending on how early you got there. And then the lights dim, the commercials or whatever they have up on the screen are over, and the previews begin. And you're like, okay, they're probably going to be really long because, let's face it, trailers are way too long in movies anymore. And I like trailers. I loved them as a kid. And you have one or two trailers and you're like, okay, I've seen this one, but I really like this movie. I really like this trailer, so I don't mind watching it. But then you get that one. The next one that pops up, you're like, oh, what are we going to see now? And immediately you go, ugh. Oh, good grief. And that's not the response that movie studios want you to get when you're watching a movie. But let's be honest. There's plenty of trailers we've seen time and time again. Maybe if you don't go to the movies all the time, you don't see them constantly. But if you're a big movie fan, you see the same trailer dozens and dozens of times. And then there's few that you're just like, oh, can this one just stop? Or can this movie just come out? Or I'm already going to go see this anyway. Can we just not show this trailer anymore? I'm tired of it. It drives me insane. Well, I sure have had that. And I'm sure most of us have had that too. Even if it's just another trailer, really? Another trailer, really? So I decided to think about the trailers that came out last year. As far as I'm concerned, just imagine we are still in Oscar season with the Oscars having happened on Sunday. So yes, this is very late, but I'm still going to count it in the season. And this is just for fun anyway. So I'm going to list the top 5 trailers that I kept seeing over and over again last year. And regardless of how the movie was, just drove me nuts. Made me want to hold my head in my hand. Wanted me just to close my eyes and just go to sleep. So for Fandom University, this is 2023's most annoying trailers. Before I do my number 5, there is one honorable, dishonorable mention I want to put in here, and that was the first trailer teaser for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. I was really looking for that movie. I ended up really enjoying it, but there was something about that first teaser, seeing it again and again and again, and not getting anything new from it, obviously, not having any real action stuff from the movie, not really getting much of any of the voices, a lot of stuff to read on screen. It just didn't work for me. So that one was annoying, but I handled it a lot better than these top 5. So coming in at number 5 for me was Trolls Band Together. And I just cringed. Every time I saw this, I'm like, oh God, I'm so sick of these Trolls movies. I know they do well, but I don't care about these movies. For me, I just found them boring. And I mean, yeah, music at times was okay because it was stuff we hear all the time. It's popular now, or it was at one point. But I just could never get into the Trolls movies. So, just like I said, every time this trailer came on, I was just like, okay, yay, here we go again. And I feel like there was only one. I feel like there was only really one Trolls 3, I'm just going to call it Trolls 3 trailer. So, with how many times I saw it, I was just like, I get it. There's another Trolls movie. Kids will love it. It'll be popular. People will keep singing the songs. Eventually it's like, yeah, I get it. And Sync's going to be back for it. Yay. People love it. But for me, I'm just tired of seeing this trailer. I do not care. Can this movie just come out already so I don't have to watch this trailer again? Now, I did go see it. And admittedly, the movie itself ended up not being terrible. It wasn't bad. Like I said in my review, it's definitely the best of the three. But it was everything just leading up to it. With how many times I saw that trailer, how many times I heard that trailer. It just got to the point that it was really, really annoying. Though not as annoying as the other ones on this list. So that's why Trolls Band Together comes in at number 5. So thinking about it, it is kind of interesting that the dishonorable mention, number 5, and number 4 most annoying trailers on my list are all animated. I guess animation is just hit or miss when it comes to the trailers. But this trailer, it was one that I admit I hadn't really thought about it because I didn't really care about it. But then as I was going back through and rethinking about the trailers I'd watched, and even at the time still watching some of the same trailers, this one just popped up and I just was like, okay, yeah, this one was really annoying too, because this movie, I did not understand it. I couldn't understand the concept really. It just didn't seem to have anything behind it. There didn't seem to be a story really. Now, I will admit, I never ended up seeing this film. And what is the film? Migration. I was like, really? I don't get anything with this. I don't see what you're trying to do with it. It's a story about ducks trying to fly south for the winter, and they get mixed up in the shenanigans that ensue. Okay. Is there something else to it? Is there any more depth to it? And you're giving me these jokes, but the jokes really aren't hitting. I'm not laughing at them. And usually you put some of your funniest jokes supposedly in the trailers. So, yeah, this trailer it did not work for me. I got tired of it. I had no desire to go into a theater and watch this movie. Now, admittedly, reviews didn't help. But, yeah, the trailer just really didn't do anything for me with this film. Maybe if they had, I don't know, maybe the animation needed to look better. Maybe they needed to do something more with the story. Maybe there was something in the story that if they put in the trailer would have made it interesting. I don't know. Maybe the characters just didn't work based on the trailer. Whatever it was, yeah, the trailer just made me not care. I'm like, oh, okay. Yay, another one. Because I actually was like, yes, I will go see Trolls Band Together. But Migration, I'm like, I really have no drive, no desire to go see this movie besides possibly reviewing it and putting it up here on this channel. But even that, I was like, I don't have the drive to do that. So that trailer really didn't help with that movie for me. So for me, that's why the Migration trailer comes in at number 4. For the third most annoying movie trailer last year, we move on from animation to a high-octane adventure movie with car chases and destruction and world traveling, and it's all about family. And we're talking, of course, about the Super Mario Brothers movie. Wait. No, that doesn't make sense. Because that would have been animation. What was another? Oh, how could I miss it? Excuse me, I mean Fast X, of course. Now, the Fast and the Furious franchise, I got into late. I saw the first 3 movies after I decided I wanted to see number 4. And overall, I've enjoyed them. Yes, they've gotten more ridiculous as time goes by, but for the most part, they're just dumb, fun action films right now. Or that's what they've become, it seems. So I was already going to go see Fast X. But the Fast X trailer, I just don't know. They showed you all this cool action. They showed you Vin Diesel doing Vin Diesel stuff. They showed you the cast doing what they normally do. And of course, they're like, family. That was all over the trailer. This definitely was, for me, one of the movies that was like, I'm already going to go see it. Yeah, don't need to do much. Just do something more than just the octane and the adventure and the fact that it's car chases. We know that's going to happen. We know things are going to blow up. We know family's going to be involved. Give us something different. I'm like, can you please put something different in here? Now, maybe the trailer would have been better if they had put more of Jason Momoa's character in, because he ended up being hilarious and great and one of the best parts about that movie. But the trailer, I'll be honest, the trailer is one of those trailers, like the next one on this list, I'll admit, that it feels like, yeah, we're just putting this out to show you some stuff. We know people are going to go see it. We're not really trying hard. But it's like, you should try hard if you want to get new people to watch the previous movies to come see this one. This just didn't do anything. I liked it the first time I saw it. I'm like, okay, this is cool. Yeah, cool action and stuff. But it just got boring afterward. And the movie, for me, didn't really do much either. Like I believe I mentioned in my review, I love action. But you got to do a little bit more than just action. And maybe make the movie a little shorter too. But this trailer, of course, you couldn't tell how long the trailer was going to be. You couldn't tell what all they were going to put in it. I do wish, though, that the trailer would have included a little bit more about the actual story, instead of just giving us, hey, this character, Jason Momoa, hates the team because they did something to his father back in this previous Fast and Furious movie. Okay, yeah, I get it. That's what most of these movies are. They're simple. There's not really much plot to them. At least it doesn't feel like that way to me anymore. But this was another trailer that I was just like, okay, I know I'm going to see it. Can we just move on? That, I'll admit it, that's the thing about a lot of these top 5 trailers for me. I was just like, I don't care, or I'm going to see them. But the trailer just didn't keep being fun. I think that was the biggest thing. This one and the next one just, I never got enjoyment out of watching them over and over again, like I do with trailers for Marvel movies generally. Like Deadpool 3 or Deadpool and Wolverine, I love to watch. The X-Men 97 trailers for the cartoons, I like to watch again and again. Fast X was not one of them. It just was one that I was like, do we really have to watch this one again? Can it come out? And I think also part of it was just how far in advance it felt like we saw this trailer for the movie. And then how it was like at the front of every single movie. So, coming in at number 3 is the trailer for Fast X. And no, your eyes do not deceive you, as in any movie, we have changed sets, we have changed location, we have changed costume, and we're moving on to the next part of the film, but still staying with the same scenario, which of course is Number 2 on the most annoying trailers of 2023. Now, this film, like I mentioned with Fast X, was another one that the trailer just seemed to deliver action and action and action. And it was another one I'm like, okay, I get it. I'm going to go see this movie anyway. Just, can you not show it as much? But the biggest thing that this film had over Fast X, as far as why it was worse, was Fast X, at least, I felt like gave us an idea of what the plot of that film was. It gave us some depth a little bit. We heard the characters talking more. We got an idea of who the bad guy was, what he was after. But not with this one. And that one is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Unless they might have changed it at this point. But at the time of the trailer, it was Part 1. And like I said, this trailer was all action. It was go, go, go. Look at all the cool stunts. Look at all the stuff we're making or letting Tom Cruise do. Oh, and I mean, they constantly showed the same things too. Like, look, he's jumping off the cliff. Is he going to make... And he's taking off. And then they even had the behind the scenes of how that was done. I mean, they were really hyping up the action of this film, the death-defying stunts, everything that was real, you know. I mean, I don't know why I used air quotes, because a lot of it was real. Because Tom Cruise is just crazy. But that was all. I mean, I did see this film, and like I said in my review, there was a lot of things with just too long, just solid action, it felt like, which, again, isn't a terrible thing. But that's all the trailer gave us. It's like, okay, I'm going to go see this movie anyway. I want more. At least with the Fast X trailer, we saw people talking. We saw more about relationships. We had an idea of what the bad guy was after, why he was doing what he was doing. We got the action. We got some of the comedy. We got more information from it. After seeing Dead Reckoning, I still don't remember what the movie was about. I really don't. I think it was about them trying to get some type of chip that had information on it about... Like, that's the thing. I don't even remember. I admit I saw this movie once. And I just don't remember what it was about, really. And the trailers didn't do a good job of that either. They just showed us the action. And we heard some voiceover. But we really didn't hear any of the other characters talk. We didn't get an idea of the relationship between any characters. We didn't really get to see any of the comedy too much. And it just... we had no clear story, I felt like, for this trailer. It was just trying to show us all the cool stuff. And that, like I said, is something the Fast X trailer did. So, yeah, I just wanted more from this trailer. And I don't think we ever got another one. I mean, this trailer would have been okay if we got another trailer, I think, later, giving us more of the story. But, yeah, that's why, for me, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 comes in at number 2. Moving on to the most annoying trailer for 2023. The one that just made me hold my head. The one that made me go back in my chair like, ugh. The one that I was just like, can I just sleep through this? Can we fast forward it? Can we do anything but watch this trailer again? And yes, it should be, I will admit, it should be the AMC opening with Nicole Kidman. It should be, and it would be, because there have been so many jokes made about that opening, so many complaints, so many people just, why are they doing this? We're already here. This is too long. This is getting ridiculous. And there's just been so many videos made about it. There's been comedy routines made about it. There's been parodies of it. Some of the parodies are very good, by the way. And yes, that one definitely would be number 1. But it's not a movie trailer. And that's why it's not number 1 on this list. But hey, look at that. I found a way to talk about it anyway. So coming in at number 1 is Gran Turismo. Yeah. The top 3 movies seem to have cars in them. So we got animation and cars. But I feel like just the trailer might not have been that annoying. The thing with this movie was they kept showing the interviews with actors. You kept getting the behind the scenes featurette part before the trailer. And normally I like this stuff. Normally I like behind the scenes and hearing the actors talk about the movie and what went into it. But here they just had that before the trailer all the time. And then you had them saying, so sit back and enjoy our trailer and we'll see you whenever the movie actually dropped. Now, full disclaimer, I did not see the movie. So maybe it turned out to be fantastic. I can't say to that. But based on the trailer, yeah, I'll probably see this, but you're not making me want to see it. Because, like I said, the trailer itself was okay. I mean, it's what you expected normally from a trailer with a movie like this, but it just went on way too long. Most trailers, I mean, are between 1.5 to 2.5 minutes, maybe sometimes 3, depending on it. But I would say this one had to have been 4 because you had the trailer and you had the actors talking about it part. It just went on too long. I'm like, I don't care about this. I do not care. You're dragging out talking about your movie, and all I'm here to do is see. And first off, I'm here to see another movie. I know there's going to be trailers, but you're making me not want to go see your movie because you're dragging out talking about it. You're extending the wait amount of time that I am waiting to see the movie I'm currently wanting to see. So, yeah, I think that's really what it was with this trailer. It wasn't necessarily the trailer part. It was everything before it. And maybe that's unfair. But when that's what you always see, then I have to judge it based on the entire trailer that you get in the movie theater. I mean, at least with all the previous ones on this list, even Mission Impossible, I'm like, okay, this one again, but it'll be done quickly. And then at least there's some cool action here and a little bit of fun stuff there. This one I saw, I'm like, okay, and we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting. Hey, there's a trailer. Okay, so we're car racing. Okay, whatever. It didn't give me a desire or a drive to go see Gran Turismo. The story itself, I thought, could have been interesting. And maybe I'll still check it out at some point. But the trailer really just didn't give me any true desire to go out and waste however long, 2.5 hours, I think, to watch this movie. So that is why, for me, Gran Turismo was the most annoying trailer of 2023. And there you have it. The trailers in 2023 that made me really cringe. The ones that I'm like, okay, time to use the bathroom one more time. Oh, time to go fill up my soda a little bit more. Oop, time to talk to the person I'm with. Oop, time to ignore whatever's on screen. These were the ones that I just wanted them to end. These are the trailers that, as a kid, I probably would have turned to my mom or dad and been like, can they fast forward through this, please? Because as a young kid, you don't always realize that they can't do that because you're used to being able to do that now. Back in the day, it was on VHS. Now it's on your DVR. But yeah, these are the ones that I just wanted to ignore at all costs if I could. but always seem to manage to find them and watch them because I was more interested in the feature presentation. But hey, we made it through them. Wasn't that big of a deal. But you know, maybe next year I should try to do favorite trailers of this year. That might be a little bit harder. I'm not doing it for 2023. It's already too far past that. As I said at the beginning, I know this movie is very late, but it's for fun. But let me know what you thought of the trailers from last year. Which ones were the ones that you just wish they would have stopped showing? They did nothing for you at all. And quick recap, if for some reason you skipped the entire video and you came to the end. Top 5 worst trailers, or the most annoying trailers for me from last year, were Dishonorable Mention, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, the first one. Then you had Trolls Band Together. Then you had Migration. You had Fast X, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, Part 1, and Gran Turismo. But what were the ones, like I said, let me know in the comments, what were the ones that you just did not like? Or tell me the ones you loved. Are any of the ones that I put on my list somewhere on your list? Whatever your thoughts, comment down below and let me know. And remember, enjoy what you love, read what you love, and let's all work for a better fandom. I'll see you next time.